All right, what's up, dudes? I'm here with a longtime friend, our resident movie expert, film junkie, Mr. Boy Rant. You still go by Boy Rant? Boy Rant?
Yeah, I still go by Boy Rant. My girlfriend's starting to call me Old Man Rant now.
Yeah, classic old man rant. I still like that. So
you know what? I didn't even realize it. On this mic, you can actually see the red dot on my neck.
is that a light from your mic?
Yeah, like someone's gonna snipe my ass. It's like the people from the studio, like, you better talk good about these damn movies.
So what we're gonna do for the next 7 movies, I'm gonna have my buddy here. He's gonna help me with these reviews. So let's get into it. Our very first movie is it's gonna be Dead Alive, big time classic. Have you seen this movie, Boy Rant?
Yeah. I remember watching it like maybe fucking like 10 or 15 years ago. Even earlier than that.
No, this came out 2008. No, I think it came out in 2008, dude.
Yeah. This is after Peter Jackson's very successful King Kong film.
No, what did you say? Like 15 years ago? That was like 15 years ago. Like, I'm all trying to sound like it was yesterday. I'm on some old man shit, dude.
Yeah, I remember watching this. I think it popped up like on late night on HBO back then, when it was called like Brain Dead or some shit like that.
Right.
Yeah,
and you said Peter Jackson.
Yeah,
famous Lord of the Rings guy, right?
Yeah, it's always weird because like a lot of people like his Lord of the Rings shit and King Kong and whatever, but they seem to forget like all his earlier stuff, like Dead Alive or Brain Dead or Dead Alive, Bad Taste, or Meet the Feebles.
Bad Taste. I haven't seen that one. Is that a Boy Rant recommendation? You heard it first right here. Or no?
I don't know. I haven't seen it either.
Oh, yeah.
I've had the DVD. I've had the DVD copy for like 10 years. Still haven't watched it.
Man, you made yourself look bad right here. I'm saying how much of an expert you are.
Yeah, I know. I can't watch everything.
Yeah. No, but okay. So let's get into it. Obviously, we're recommending this movie, right? This is This is a fucking classic. To me, this is like a bizarro version of Evil Dead. Like, they're in the same kind of weird genre where it's like comedic, horrific, gory, you know.
Yeah, and the fact that like both the heroes are very unconventional, and they resort to using like what's it called, landscape equipment to solve their problems.
Right. So what is dude uses lawnmower, right?
Yeah,
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, he gets like a lawnmower and like puts a rope around his neck and like props it up and just like goes into like a horde of zombies and shit like that. Like, what was that video game that came, like Dead Rising or some shit?
Dead
like
Rising,
that?
good shit.
Yeah.
That's a good ass game. All right, let's do this, Rant.
Okay.
Let's. When was the last time you seen this movie? Can you remember?
For this particular show, I actually like revisited a couple of nights ago.
Oh, okay. So it's fresh in your mind right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
My podcasting partner, Kelsey Loisel, at the Real Appeal podcast.
Do I gotta like edit it right in front of you? Okay, I can do that, I guess.
Yeah, she actually had never seen it, and I've been showing her like a lot of like classic 80 horror films and stuff like that. So I told her like, yo, we gotta like watch this because I feel like I've been like dropping the ball on not introducing you to this movie.
Right.
So yeah, just fairly recent.
Let's do our best to spoil this for everybody. How about that?
Okay.
So yeah, because I honestly I haven't seen it for I would say at least 3 years or something. It's been a few years, but it's that's the way I like watching movies. It's like, man, that's one of my favorite movies ever. When was the last time you saw it? Fucking 7 years ago. But I'm ready. Yeah. Let's do this shit. Because then it's like a whole new feel. Like, you feel that shit again, you know? All that goodness. But okay. So how about I tell you what I remember and then you continue it, right?
Okay. All
okay.
Right.
So if I'm not mistaken, the main character goes to the zoo with his mom or something, right?
Well, like, yeah,
I'm skipping a
kind
whole
of.
part, huh? This is like 20
You
minutes in.
skipped like the whole like monkey rat like
Well,
first 5 minutes.
well, that monkey rat is in the okay. So
Yeah, it's in the
in the
zoo.
beginning of the movie, where are they? They're like,
They're like on this place. It's supposed to be like Skull Island. Like literally, it says out on IMDb that it's supposed to be Skull Island or some shit like that.
okay,
And some explorers, some like Indiana, some like Kiwi Indiana Jones knockoff or some shit like that gets like a monkey rat, tries to take it back. He ends up getting like bitten or scratched. So the people who helped him, they end up like chopping his head off and shit because they know there's like an infection.
so this rat is just fucked from the beginning. It's not like it fell into
Yeah.
like some weird like Spider-Man shit, or it's just
No.
some. And it really is some gnarly ass crazy rat thing, right?
Yeah,
Like I'm gonna have
yeah.
to post this on this thing so you guys could see too, if because it's disgusting. It's just
Yeah, it actually kind of reminds me of Peter Jackson's Meet the Feebles, like the puppets and shit like that. It has like that weird, like gnarly, like bulging eyes, nasty ass shit. Like this looks like a fucking, I don't know, like it's a demon rat in Satan's apartment or some shit like that.
so that's like his version of a pet. Like
Yeah.
fuck, I wouldn't even know what to name that thing. It's Goober. It's pretty.
I know.
I'd probably name it Goober.
Probably just like a regular name like George or some shit.
George.
Exactly like that.
So stupid.
Bad George, bad.
So, anyways, they find this rat thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's on some exorcist type shit where it gets transferred overseas, right? Or
Yeah, yeah. Like it goes, like they take it to a zoo and everything, and
take it to a zoo. That's their fucking mentality. Look at that fucking weird rat. Let's take it to a zoo. God damn, dude.
let's put it. Let's put it for the public to watch and shit like that.
I've never thought this far ahead. Like right now that I'm reviewing movies and shit like that, I'm starting to like talk about this shit, and as I'm talking about it, I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous. Why? There's whole like disconnection. Like that's not that. It wouldn't go that way. They would have boiled this thing or whatever. That you know what I mean? It's
Well, the funny thing is, like, when the rat gets to the zoo and like the hero goes on a date with his girlfriend or something like that, and the mom's like creepily stalking him and shit like that, she gets bitten by this monkey rat, and she kills it. She like just stomps. She puts her heel like on the head and just like squashes it.
Yeah.
And in classic
Awesome.
Peter Jackson fashion, it's just like blood. It almost like she popped a pimple or some shit.
yeah, fucking disgusting.
And it's all over there. Yeah, so like from then on, like she gets infected, she turns into like a zombie, and then she starts biting other people and stuff like that.
That thing
like,
bit her ankle, right?
it like bit her wrist or something like that, and she just got like progressively worse and shit.
Who are we talking about right here?
The hero's mother.
Okay. No, I'm just remembering like she backed up to the cage and it bit her
Yeah,
ankle.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. You saw it the other day. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, like-
anyway, she gets bit by that thing.
Yeah, and then like she like eventually died. The funny thing is like the son knows that she can't die, so he keeps like hitting her with like tranquilizer shots and everything. And like coincidentally, he always like puts it like up her nose, like every single time it goes up her nose. And then so when she finally
Describe
like,
this lady to us, though, dude. You're just saying that she's like infected, but you're not describing how.
oh yeah, her skin is like melting on. It's just like greasy and shit. Like, you ever see that movie? I think it's called like The Greasy Strangler or some shit.
I
like
have.
that.
I try to talk about it on our podcast, and then they're like, they shut me down right away. As soon as I said like, hey, I watched the movie this weekend. What was it? The Greasy Strangler? No, we're good, dude. I should probably play that clip. It was, but yeah, go ahead.
It kind of looks like that. Like she looks like puke coming out of a garbage bag or some shit like that.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. And there's like this scene, like she gets buried, right? And the son is like, oh, she's not gonna stay dead forever, so I gotta like dig her out. And he gets jumped by like these greaser punks. And no lie, he gets rescued by like a kung fu master style like priest.
It sounds so ridiculous. It's so good.
And like that happens out of nowhere, right? Like this dude is like doing like roundhouse kicks and shit like that to like kill the beat the greasers, but he still gets bitten by like some of the greasers that got bitten already and shit. And what this guy decides to do is, instead of like, I don't know, like incinerating the body or something like that, he puts like every infection like in his basement.
So his house is filled with infected ass people.
Yeah.
To where they're just fucking pouring out the windows, like that many fucking people. It's so ridiculous, dude. But you know, like earlier I was saying, like we were saying that it was like an Evil Dead type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it has the horror factor, the ridiculous factor, the over the top gore, right?
Yeah.
See, but the way I see it, it's like Evil Dead turns up the scary, and this turns up the silly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, because it's fucking wild, dude. Like, there's blood everywhere. There's so much green. There's so much green, dude. Right? Like, am I tripping or?
Wait, what do you mean green?
Like just green shit flying shit. You know what I'm saying, though? Just like, like these people are all infected. They're bubbly and all this shit. And as soon as, you know, an arm or something flies off, they're just green shit flying at the screen. Like you mentioned earlier, the fucking that dude brings out a lawnmower as a weapon.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm sorry, dude. Like,
no, it's all good. It's all good. The funny thing is, like, while I'm watching this and I'm looking at my friend, and like she's just like totally into this shit, and like every like intense or like silly ass scene happens, I look at her and go, it's gonna get crazier. It's gonna get crazier.
oh, don't even.
Yeah, and then there's like this part where like, because there was a nurse that got bitten and she's obviously infected. Her and the priest end up like, can I? Oh, they end up like fucking on the table.
Oh, you can't cuss here. What the fuck's your problem, dude?
That's why I hesitated. I was like, oh shit, can I cuss?
Is that how you talk on your fucking podcast, fucker?
But yeah, they end up like boning on the table, and she ends up having like a zombie baby.
That's right. Why? Yeah. Why did that happen? Why did that fucking happen?
I know. And like there's this whole separate scene where like the dude, I don't know why, the dude's like, oh, I guess I gotta take this zombie baby out for a walk. And he's like punching like this big zombie baby doll and like with this shit like that. And like between like
why did that
different
happen?
shots. I know, between like different shots, it's like a doll, or another shot, it's like a puppet, or another shot, it's like it's an obvious midget in the costume.
Overboard, dude.
I know. And this is like halfway into the movie, all this shit's going on.
This dude made Lord of the Rings.
He made like a serious like World War I documentary like last year or something like that. That I think it like won an Oscar. But this dude made like a zombie baby that got punched in the face repeatedly.
That's pretty fucking wild, dude. I think it's safe to say fucking. I think it's very safe to say Peter Jackson is a fucking boss. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely,
motherfucker. He started from nothing, doing wild ass shit. Yeah. And usually when people do that shit, they're like, all right, you could keep doing that, but keep doing that. Like, don't try to fuck with our shit. We're gonna win Academy Awards. Like, this dude's like, I got this shit. Let me bring some hobbits over here. We're gonna fucking fuck shit up, you know?
Yeah, probably like when Lord of the Rings was getting made or some shit, and they were like shopping around for directors. Someone was like, "Oh, why don't we get Peter Jackson?" And they're like, "The fucking brain dead guy."
What was that? The Meet the Feebles dude? Fuck, dude. Yeah. They're like, oh man, it must have been a rough weekend, dude. They're like, fuck it. Like,
I know they tried Spielberg, they tried like Kubrick or some shit. Like they tried all these like classically known directors, and they're like, oh, let's just get the Meet the Feebles guy. Yeah,
and dude fucking killed it, man.
Yeah.
So just fucking shout out to Peter Jackson, dude. This fucking movie is it's fucking something else, man. With the fucking rattle and everything.
You know what? You know what? When I was doing my kind of doing my research on Dead Alive, I found a link on Amazon because it says like available on Amazon. I popped it up. Looked at it, And right now, that VHS copy you got going on in the background, used copy is like $80. And then
This
another
shit?
person, yeah.
Why am I sitting here talking to your broke ass when I got fucking money in the bank, bro?
And then someone else is selling it for like 119. So, dude, man, that shit might be worth like $200 behind you.
Real shit. Like, I was super stoked when I found it, but it was only $1. You know, like to me it was just like, oh, that's just something sweet that's gonna be in my life. You know, I don't think I'm gonna make money off of it, but that was $1, dude. Like I bought that shit for. Damn, dude, that's fucking wild. Let's end it with that, man. That's so fucking good news. Thanks, Rant.
Yeah, man. Good shit, man.
When I buy my mansion, I'll give you a room, okay, bud?
All right. Like, thanks, Peter Jackson. Your movie got me a room.
All right, so that's Dead Alive.